Good evening or good morning, whichever one applies for whenever you are actually watching this. It is still evening here, but I realize because I'm posting this so late, a lot of you will see this in the morning, and that is okay. Maybe that's even better, that you start your day off with something positive. I hope so anyway. Today's article is celebrating the anniversary of something very positive in our country's history. It was 40 years ago today that the first FarmAid concert took place. So I will not read the article word for word. I will just read from my notes, and I'll put a link in the description box to it, because FarmAid has been a significant positive event in our nation's history, especially for the farming community in our country. If you know farmers, if you are a farmer, or if you have farmers in your family, then you will certainly agree with me on that. So it was 40 years ago today was the first FarmAid Benefit Concert. It was held and the purpose was to raise money for family farms, and also to raise awareness of their plight and the danger that many farmers face in losing their farms to mortgage debt. At that point, our country, most people were ignorant of the fact that many family farms were being lost to banks, to mortgage companies, to corporate farms, because the small family farms, the traditional farms in American history, were going away because they were simply not able to keep the family farm going. And a big part of that was mortgage debt. So a benefit concert was held, and that was due to awareness by a man named Willie Nelson and his cohorts, John Mellencamp and Neil Young, three very famous, iconic musicians and singers at the time. So they got together and they decided, on the heels of another famous benefit concert, Live Aid, with some very famous musicians at the time also. So kudos to them. The original concert, the original FarmAid, was held in Champaign, Illinois, at the University of Illinois Memorial Stadium. Very successful event. It raised approximately $7 million for farmers. The benefit concert is still held continuously since then, I believe continuously, but it is still going 40 years later, held every year. This past one was held in Minnesota, and it featured Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Dave Matthews, Margot Price, and several. I didn't write all of them down, but there were like 15 or 20 different, pretty famous, pretty good cast of musicians, but certainly Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Dave Matthews, you know those names. And it raised a lot of money. So I applaud those guys for doing the right thing. If you don't know, the money goes to pay farmers' expenses, food, legal, and financial aid for farmers across America. They also operate an emergency hotline for farmers' resources and advice. I did not realize that, but great cause, worthy cause, doing the right thing for the right reasons. So that's, to me, a great positive news story. Today I'm going to read a little bit from the Bible. This is Psalm 15, verses 1 through 5. Lord, who can dwell in your tent? Who can live on your holy mountain? The one who lives honestly, practices righteousness, and acknowledges the truth in his heart, who does not slander with his tongue, who does not harm his friend or discredit his neighbor, who despises the one rejected by the Lord, but honors those who fear the Lord, who keeps his word whatever the cost, who does not lend his money at interest or take a bribe against the innocent. The one who does these things will never be moved. Now, I like that small section of the book of Psalms. I'll tell you that I rode several buses today on the New York Mass Transit Authority system. Great group of people running the bus system here in New York City. I saw some very positive, uplifting, encouraging things on the bus today. People giving up their seat for elderly people, for handicapped people. People giving directions of which bus to get on, which train to get on in the city today. For a city this size, with this many people from every corner, literally every corner of the earth, I was very encouraged today. It's not the impression you get if you are not from New York City, like I'm not. You don't have the positive impression about New York City that you might get from just coming here and spending a few days. I've met quite a few people here so far in my 2 days here. Just in a very, very good-hearted, good-natured people so far. Seen some very positive, uplifting things here from the people in New York City and New Jersey. Loving it. Good people here. That's it for today. God loves you and I love you, and I hope you have a great night and a great day tomorrow. If you see this